Okay. Create purchasing groups. For that, we go for SPRO, reference ING, and okay, reference IMG materials management, and we have purchasing, create purchasing groups. Okay. See if we have made one XPG. XPG is already made. Let's go ahead. Logistics general, material master, and settings for key fields, and we will define material groups. Now, what are material groups for? Material groups basically are very feasible when we have various categories and segments of materials that we will be purchasing and producing. ZAPM, this is for our company. So all the metals, perhaps it could be finished goods, semi-finished goods, or raw materials in metals. We can group it under this. But it's not for costing, but we just group it. Okay, it's already saved over here. And now we'll go for the next part, next step, that is OMSY. OMSY is basically you have to set your current period, and that is ZAP9 is your company code, 2024, and 12th is the current month that we are processing right now. And we'll be entering entries in this very period for material, not for any other module, but material. Okay. And allow back posting. Back posting will mean that we can post to the 11th month as well. And this is previous year. Okay. Okay. Now, next is an important step, and that important step is SPRO. SPRO is our configuration node. Then we head to logistics generalized, material master, and material types. Material types, settings for key fields, basic materials, basic settings, material types. Okay. Now we want to define attributes of material types. And for that, first we check FERT, which is the code for finished goods, quantity and value updating. So we are actually setting up the MM module for costing. Our valuation area is plant is ZAP9, and we have ZAP1, 6, 7, 8, and 9 because we'll be using multiple plants, and our costing will be from plant to plant. The costing will also get transferred. So quantity for finished goods and value will be updated for finished goods. Okay, this is also configured. Then comes the next material type, which is a raw material. And similarly, we'll also discover and configure Semi-finished goods. We're done with FERT. Now material type ROH, which is raw material. Same treatment, position, enter, zap. This is our valuation area, which is plant. Valuation area is nothing but your plant where your material will be valuated. All of the material types will be valuated. This is also configured. Now we'll check the semi-finished good. That is HALB. How this is the code. Okay. Help. Quantity value updating. We'll have to just check zap. Okay, this is also done. Next is material types, packaging, work packaging. Okay, now because once we are costing, once we are producing our products, packaging is also a part of the production. This is also done. Okay. Now, once this is done, let's go and check FERT. Double click. Now that is actually set for all the plants valuation areas. We have to check whether this can be procured from the outside or not. We have options over here. Internal, external purchase orders can be placed for finished products or not, and similarly for all other material type as well. We have to see no external purchase allowed. External purchase allowed, but with warnings, and external purchases are allowed openly. So we have to check and set it for finished good, because sometimes you have to procure finished goods from the outside as well through subcontracting. Okay. Subcontracting is also a process. Now, next part is we set up the purchase order. Okay. We'll just step out of this part and head over to materials management, purchasing. And now in purchasing, of course, we have so many nodes, but for now, we'll work on the purchase order part. Okay. And for purchase order, we have to set the tolerance limit for price variance. Now, price variances can happen due to product price changed. Okay. For freight charges, there can be a variance. ZAP. Okay, ZAP 9, we have price variance for purchasing and maximum cash discount for deduction. So this is a setup for basically. Okay, so we just set it up, and this is also done. Next is inventory. We have to come out of purchasing, inventory management, and physical inventory plant parameters. This is important. Okay, now these are small setups that we have to do. Okay, and position, zap 0, 1, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so we have multiple plants. This is also done. Zap 0. Some of the settings are by default kept intact as supplied by SAP, and we are not moving it. Okay, movement means that whenever you move a stock from the plant for reservations, it will be recorded. Physical inventory, there are types. But types can be block stock, reserved, or consumed, and of course other options as well. Okay, for example, Okay, for example, warehouse quality inspection blocked, warehouse quality inspection. Okay, so stock type is one. Batch, we'll discuss how batches are made. There is a complete process for that. Negative stocks. Now, vendor consignment goods, basically, this is a concept. Now, concept is the consignment specifically. There is a standard stock, there is a consignment stock. Consignment stock is always the ownership of the owner. Whenever the consignment stock arrives at your premises, at your plant, it is still the ownership of the vendor until it is consumed. So when it is getting consumed, it will add negative stocks with consumption. Okay. Stocks of material with vendor and without vendor as well. Return packaging at customer, sales order stock. Negative stocks also happen at sales order stock. Whenever it is being sold like retail items, it will bring a negative impact to the stocks and reduce it. Okay, moving ahead, plant parameters are also done. And next is number assignment. Let's see, number. Okay, number assignment is also an important part. Physical inventory docs we have for accounting docs, but for physical inventory docs like movement from stock to warehouse from plant. Okay, and this is basically um, a default step that we will be doing. Okay, and let me just drill down 03 material documents for good receipt. For that we have 03. Okay, for ZAP 9 we have 45 series for these transactions, WA, WV, WF, and that is goods issue, transfer posting, other goods movement, good receipt for purchase order, good receipt for the order. This is production order, good issue, goods issue, transfer posting, other goods movement for material type, goods movement for inventory difference, delivery, subcontracting, and so on. Okay. Okay. Now, this is done. Okay. And 02. Let me just go page up. Okay, this is for inventory difference. Okay. And 02. Why does it doesn't have any transactions over here? The elements are missing for 02. Okay. Okay. Intervals. We have to maintain the intervals, and this is where we actually maintain our intervals. Okay. And we have 2024, and we have to maintain it for 2025 as well, but we'll do that later on, but not right now. Let's go ahead, we'll change it later on. Okay, next step is tolerance limits. Now, tolerance limits basically good receipts, tolerance limits, not tolerance limits. Again, there will be the ceiling and the thresholds, and thresholds will be B1, B2, and VP. ZAP. Okay, ZAP 9, we have B1 order price, quantity variance, order price, quantity variance, and moving average price variance. Why do we need all of these? Because your materials are basically priced at moving average when we are procuring it from the outside, okay, from the vendors. So vendors have different pricing and the pricing tend to change, okay? Now, next part is next part. Okay, plant map parameters is also done. Okay. Now we are going to change some tax codes default values. Okay. And logistics and invoice verification will be done. Logistics invoice verification, and it has to do with very much with incoming invoices. Okay. Incoming invoice and default values for tax. Default incoming invoice, default value for tax code. Okay. Zap Zap 9, it's already made, it's already done. Tax code, we have left it empty. Fair enough. Set tolerance limit. Incoming invoice block. Okay, set tolerance limits. Okay, position, Zap 9, and price variance, estimated price, and ST. This is date variance. Dates can also get changed. Okay. And okay. Invoice verification in background, define automatic status change. Okay. Zap. Now Zap 9. Set correct invoice to completed. We'll keep it blank and it is safe. Now let's group valuation areas. Okay. This is done. Okay. And valuation and account assignment. Valuation and account assignment. Account determination. And without wizard, group together valuation areas. Valuation area Zap 0. Valuation grouping code is X. Okay. Next is valuation classes. Define valuation classes. Okay. Valuation class. Zap. Okay, Zap 0. Raw materials. Reference for raw materials 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And finished products. Okay, we already have that. We've already done that. Now, next part is FS 00. Over here, we'll change our company code ZAP 9. Okay, now ZAP 9, we want to see if there is an account, and that is 200. 200, 700. This is inventory, raw material, and this is okay. Okay, finished goods 200, 700, 02, and 100 is our GRIR account is 100520. Okay, and 521 is freight clearing. And we have material accounts, raw material inventory, expenses. We have consumption, raw material consumption, SFG consumption. Okay. Then 400, 204, cost of goods sold. 300, increase, decrease in stock. Sales revenue account is 300, 510, and 300, 204. Next is, if we go for OBYC, this is also done. In OBYC, of course, this is where finance and MM get integrated. Okay. Now, in finance, now, in this part, now this is an interesting part. This is usually asked in interviews as well. We'll just go down BSX. This is inventory posting. ZAP 9 is our chart of accounts. Okay, 200. This is already assigned. The valuation classes are. The valuation classes are also assigned. Okay. Okay. Next is FR1, freight clearing. This is also assigned valuation class, valuation modification. Now, valuation class, we've already seen what is this. This is for raw material, semi-finished goods. And finished goods, this is the treatment that we are telling finance to record the effect, influence in these account. Okay. And what is a valuation modification? Let's see what SAP tells us about that. Now, valuation modification, basically, it asks whether this will have to go from which class. So it asks for the modification, and valuation modifiers basically increase the grouping of valuation areas to facilitate administration of the table of standard accounts by minimizing the number of entries. Together with the other factors, the valuation grouping determines the GL accounts to which a goods movement is posted. Okay, so multiple plants can use this account for posting into one valuation class. Okay, that is basically the meaning over here. So this is something that you should keep in mind. Okay, next is WRX. What is WRX? GRIR clearing account. This is also done. Okay, valuation modification, multiple plants can post through this valuation class into this account, into this GRIR account. Okay, next comes is GBB, offsetting entry for inventory posting. Now, valuation modification, many plants through this valuation class in these accounts. General modification, what is this? Let's go and check what SAP has to offer in this and what it says about this. What it says is that key that has different meaning depending on the business transaction, which is used to differentiate account determination. The meaning is preset. It's preset, it's already set. An SAP system cannot be changed. When making offsetting entries for inventory, you enter the key which is assigned to transaction type and posting string. Okay, SAP is a bit vague over here. So basically, these are transactions that are available for let me just tell you. Um, Consumption. Okay, for example, VBR is raw material consumption, and ZOF and ZOF and ZOB. Now, what is ZOB? ZOB. That's this is a good receipt without purchase order, and it is done through movement type 501. And AUF, what is this? AUF is finished good receipt from production with production order. So you have to remember this. Okay. And ZOF, ZOF, what is this? Without production order. So with production order, you need the production planning module. Without production order, you don't need a production planning module in place. But even though we have integrated with production order and without production order in place. Okay. And we have VAX. This is delivery to customer, finished good delivery. Okay, this is the transaction. And way is basically production costing by sales order. Sales order is the item. Okay, sales order, production costing. So these are some of the transactions. Now, next is, this is also defined OBA 7. I hope it's not stuck. Yes, it's already stuck. Okay. Document type WA, goods issue. Now this is a transaction 49. Okay. We have number ranges for every transaction over here. Good receipt, goods issue 50. Okay, this is by standard. Okay, this is assigned to, okay, page up by SAP. Okay, invoice at gross amount, number is 51, reverse document type is RE. Now, these are some of things that you will actually practice and you would remember once you practice it. Okay. Number range. Okay, number range. uh, Number range information. ZAP 9. Okay. Intervals. Insert line. Now for insert line 49 2024 and already exists. Okay, we'll do it for 2025. Save. Okay. Insert line. 50 2025 and because we'll be using it, save. And insert line 51 2025 and what will be the number range? So we keep it synchronized, and this will be used for documents that are material documents for various transactions. So it's easy. You just have to keep it in the mind. Okay. And we've already had vendor account groups. Let's go back. SPRO, SPRO. SPRO, financial accounting. Accounts receivable and accounts payable. Now we are now going to create vendor accounts and we are going to configure these. Okay, master data. Okay, preparations for creating master data account groups. And for account groups, this is already made. ZAP 9. And next is create number ranges and assign number ranges to account groups. ZARM, XARM B1, we've already assigned it. Okay. And next is what? Now, next is BUCF. Okay, cross application components. Intervals. Over here, we'll go for B1. B1. Okay. And this is the number range assignment that will be assigned. Okay. Insert line. AB is already there and it's already external, so we don't need it. We'll just not save it. Do you want to exit? Yes, I want to exit it. Okay. And okay. SPRO. Application components. Business partner. In business partner, we have master data synchronization and business partners, basic settings, number engine groupings. In number engine groupings, let's first look into intervals. B1, because that was the one. B1, 620. Okay. Define groupings and assign number ranges. Define groupings. Okay. ZAXAVN, ZAP vendors, ZAP vendors, AB. Okay, this will be external. Okay. Okay. Save. ZAP 9. Okay, external standard grouping. An entry already exists with the same key. Okay. Vendors, external standard grouping, AB. It's already made. Okay, fine. Fair enough. Now, okay. Next is, we're done with this, business partner. Uh, business partner master data synchronization, customer vendor. Where is it? I guess it's stuck. Let's stop over here for today.